Vladimir Putin has suffered a significant blow after a Ukrainian drone blew up a Russian tank, killing 15 invaders who were watching movies. Frontline video footage released by the Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, shows the moment a bomb is dropped on a stationary T-72. Though it is unclear which version of the tank is hit, Russia has relied on widespread deployment of the T-72B3, a more mobile version of the Soviet-era T-72. Volodymyr Zelensky's forces, meanwhile, are increasingly deploying drones to carry out precision strikes behind enemy lines. These range from lightweight, handheld devices to drones the size of a small plane, as is the case with the Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2. In the black and white video clip released on Monday, the tank is stalked in the crosshairs of the drone. A bomb is then dropped, hitting the heavy armory with pinpoint accuracy, causing it to explode. According to the SBU, a telephone call was intercepted from a nearby Russian soldier who witnessed the tank's destruction. The incident occurred several days ago, the SBU said, without elaborating on the exact date and location. Details were released by military counterintelligence officers. The T-72 is a family of Soviet-era and Russian battle tanks, in service since 1973. The estimated cost of each unit is up to £1 million. They weigh between 41.5 and 44.5 tons. Ukraine's modern warfare tactics, aided by Western technology, are causing a major headache for the Kremlin. As reports emerge of Russia drafting in dated equipment to continue their offensive, Zelensky's forces are using modern means to wipe out strategic strongholds, such as ammo depots in occupied areas of the Donbass. On Monday, Kyiv said 50 ammo warehouses have been blown up so far. Such attacks mean mass destruction of vital stores needed to carry the Russian offensive deeper into Ukraine. US-made M142 high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, are being used to great effect as part of this strategy. In an address on Ukrainian TV, Alexei Reznikov, the nation's Minister of Defense, has described the tactic's impact. Mr. Reznikov said, "This cuts their logistical chains and takes away their ability to conduct active fighting and cover our armed forces with heavy shelling." Vladimir Putin's supporters fear that Russia could be on the brink of defeat in Ukraine, after the devastating impact of HIMARS. The US-supplied weapons have allowed Ukrainian commanders to pinpoint Russian supply lines and command posts behind the front lines with deadly precision. The high-tech artillery systems have caused havoc for the Russians and forced them to go on the defensive. Now prominent military bloggers are fearful that the HIMARS will have an irreversible impact on Russia's ability to carry out future offensives, which could open the way for a possible Ukrainian victory. Moscow Calling is a Russian Telegram channel with 31,000 subscribers and recently published an appraisal of the war. The Russian nationalist outlet has defined the arrival of HIMARS as a distinct turning point in the war. Moscow Calling said that prior to their arrival, Western-supplied weapons had very little ability to disrupt Russia's artillery bombardment. Putin's army had used its overwhelming artillery superiority to pulverize Ukrainian military positions and towns. The intense bombardment allowed Russian commanders to take the Luhansk province, which makes up one half of the Donbass. However, the Russian Telegram channel confessed that the HIMARS had changed everything for Russia's capabilities in Ukraine. They said, there were Western arms supplies and intelligence assistance before, Stingers, Javelins, NLAW, Bayraktars, and M777 with Caesars and PZH-2000. But all these were weapons played a huge role in defensive battles, and had limited offensive capabilities. No matter how good the same Caesars and PZH-2000 were, they could not match the 5 to 10 times superior firepower of the artillery of the armed forces of the Russian Federation, even if it is represented by the outdated MSTS and frankly ancient Acacias. The battles in Severodonetsk and Lysychansk showed this. But HIMARS changed everything. Moscow calling did not hold out any hope that the Russian army would be able to purchase modern weapons to help it defeat Kiev due to sanctions. While claiming that Ukraine was still incapable of a large-scale counteroffensive, the channel said that if the West continued to supply more HIMARS along with air defense systems, then things would look very bleak for Putin. However, the operational situation for the RF armed forces will invariably worsen, and in the event of mass deliveries of HIMARS and also effective military air defense systems to the armed forces of Ukraine, then the situation for the RF armed forces, primarily in the Kherson direction, will take an extremely negative turn. Western officials have said that the HIMARS have forced the Russians to adopt mitigation tactics. These involve camouflage measures and constantly changing the location of equipment groupings. These measures are preventing Russian forces from conducting the massive artillery barrages that they have widely employed over the course of the war. The US said on Wednesday last it would send for more HIMARS to Ukraine, as it announced its latest package of military aid to Kiev.